So there I was, halfway up this remote mountain trail, the kind of place where cell phone service is a distant dream. The air was thin, and my legs were burning with every step. I thought I was prepared. I had the gear, the snacks, the right shoes, all the basics. But if you've ever hiked in the mountains, you know how quickly things can go wrong. It was a steep incline when I lost my footing. 1 second, I was walking, and the next, I felt the ground give way beneath me. I don't know how I didn't scream, but I landed flat on my back, the wind knocked out of me, and pain shooting through my leg. I knew instantly something was wrong. It wasn't just a bruise. It wasn't just a twisted ankle. I tried to stand, but the pain was unbearable. My leg wouldn't support me. And that's when reality set in. I was alone. Sure, I had planned ahead. I had my map. I had the essentials, but I didn't prepare for this. I didn't think about getting injured. I didn't think about how a simple misstep could change everything. I could have tried to push through, but I knew that could make things worse. The trail was far from the nearest town, and I wasn't sure if anyone even knew where I was. And there was that nagging voice in the back of my mind. What if I couldn't get out of there? What if no one found me for hours, maybe days? I thought about all those stories you hear, the ones where people end up stranded, hurt, and waiting for a miracle. Then I remembered something that gave me a bit of hope. Travel insurance. I'll admit, I'd always been skeptical of insurance. Like, I thought it was something you signed up for, but never really expected to need, right? I had signed up for coverage before this trip, but it was one of those things I'd pushed to the back of my mind. I'd always thought, nah, nothing's going to happen. I'll be fine. But now I was on the cold, hard ground in the middle of nowhere, and I needed help. I pulled out my phone, despite knowing there was zero signal, and tried to recall the details of the insurance policy. I couldn't even check the fine print, but I remembered one thing. I had a plan for this. I've never been so thankful to be wrong about something. Within moments, I managed to get a weak signal, just enough to send a distress message. I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if anyone would even see it, but I had to try. That's when everything changed. A few minutes later, I got a reply. It was from my travel insurance company, Boras. They were able to contact local rescue teams and coordinate a plan to get me out of there. The relief I felt, it was like a weight had been lifted off my chest. I'd always thought travel insurance was just a formality, but in that moment, it was a lifeline. The team arrived faster than I ever expected. They managed to get me the medical help I needed, and within hours, I was safely on my way to recovery. And that's when I realized something. No matter how much you plan, there's always that one thing you can't predict. The accident, the unexpected moment when everything changes. But knowing I had insurance meant I didn't have to face it alone. It's easy to think, I won't need it or it won't happen to me, but trust me, it's not something you want to gamble with. If you're planning any kind of adventure, whether it's a weekend hike, a cross-country road trip, or something a little more extreme, don't skip the insurance. Look, I'm not here to sell you anything. But after what happened to me, I can honestly say that having the right coverage made all the difference. And if you're wondering what saved me, Auras.insure. I can't tell you how much peace of mind it gave me to know that when things went south, I wasn't left to figure it out on my own. So if you're heading out for your next adventure, take my advice. Sign up. You won't regret it. Trust me, you never know when you'll need it. But when you do, you'll be so grateful you have it. I know I was.